it's not just about legal deportation, but it's inspired by the events and by the case of illegal deportation of Georgians, 2,800 Georgians from Russia in one day by like such order. And our country, they win this case in Strasbourg against Russia. But it's a background like a layer in which I put like 4 characters, and it's more about 4 characters, how this harsh, aggressive politic react and reflect on life of people. Like, we have also like inspiration from our childhood and from our experience. I had same story, my story, when I go to visit different houses to buy with my husband, and I visit one apartment, and just very old and nice guy shows me apartment, and it was beautiful and it was very cheap in center of my city. So as a my actors ask, why it's so cheap? So answer was totally same, because I sold this apartment with me, and it stayed with me. And when I started to build the story, it was like first pitch page, which I sent to my scriptwriter, and he told me, it's quite interesting. And then we built these 3 different characters and 4 different characters and 4 different lines, which like a puzzle, when it's like different lines, and then they came together, and you see the whole picture. It's antique shop, but same time it's a meaning that everything like a garbage, and like this old and tough history should become antique. As all of us want to cancel bad memories, and he wants to remove these black pages of Russian history, maybe. Yeah, but same time, like I use many metaphors, many archetypes and prototypes to tell this story. Not just me, but we. So I planted a lot of things inside. So now film critics should discover and starting, and I'm waiting audience how they discover and what they discover and about what they will write. I don't want to spoil it and to tell it, but I'm very excited to hear how and what I deliver. In Medea, which is coming with a bright yellow, red, orange, and she brings the light in this blue, frozen environment. It was our decision, like conception from beginning, like frozen, white, blue, gray, and then some drop of light and drop of color. And hope. For me, Medea is hope. And conception of this house was to build like time capsule. So I guess we did it. I cannot go into the law and speak about the judges, etc. But I can tell you that in my own opinion, it's a just, unfair decision. It's a just politics behind it, and it's a just censorship. It's unfair politics, censorship. I told during press conference that we have even more power than politicians because it's a soft power and we can, with our voice, deliver many messages and be very sincere to our audience, and our audience can receive our messages. So that's why maybe politicians afraid the cinema. As a Stalin told, it's a main propaganda tool. Yes? So that's why they afraid us. But we're very strong, and you are very strong journalist. You are third power. So you should like knock in every doors and break every doors to have possibility to express yourself.